Wherever you go, whatever you may do, may the angel within come shining through. Hello and welcome, all my beautiful earth angels, to the Angel Within Us podcast. I am your host, Jane Rinderer. A friend of mine was commenting on the presentations of my stories. How I talk so casual and story tell about how my casual daily activities brings about the angel within me moments or angels within others moments. As I thanked her for the compliment, I reminded her my intentions for this podcast was to represent the majority of the population. I believe and always will believe that there are more good than bad people in the world. Unfortunately, it's the bad news people gravitate to in newspapers, magazines, TV, etc. I've been starting to read a lot of David Jeremiah's writings. Very insightful of today's world events and how they relate to the Bible and Christ's teachings. I totally recommend for anyone to read who wants to grow in their faith of God and Jesus Christ. Anyway, while reading from his daily devotional book, I came across a topic that fits perfectly with my intentions for this podcast. I will read an insert for you now titled, Who Needs My Compassion? It starts with the reading from Luke 10, verse 32. So which of these three do you think was neighbor to him who fell among the thieves? Then David Jeremiah goes into his message for the day. Our modern word neighbor derives from two Old English words for near and inhabitant. In modern terms, it describes a person living near or next door, but we tend to think in more limited terms. A person living near or next door that I know personally. Jesus' definition of neighbor was different. It arose out of a conversation with a lawyer who said that the law could be summarized as loving God and loving one's neighbor, Luke 10, verse 25 through 37. But the lawyer then asked Jesus what a modern person might ask. Who exactly is my neighbor? Jesus answered by telling the story of the Good Samaritan, a man who helped a Jewish stranger who had been beaten and robbed and left for dead by the roadside. Two Jewish religious leaders had passed by without offering help, but the Samaritan man stopped and helped the victim and took care of his needs. This was amazing because Jews and Samaritans were enemies in that day. Jesus' point was this. Your neighbor is anyone with a need that you are able to meet. Look for a neighbor whose need you might meet today. So yes, it's important to create strong neighborhood relationships where you live. Jesus basically says the world is your neighborhood, so wherever your day or travels take you, treat it as your home base neighborhood. We were created with God's light and love to spread throughout God's neighborhood to create a large and powerful ripple effect of good. Like the popular saying by William Butler Yeats, there are no strangers here, only friends you haven't yet met. If you would like to share an angel story to be read on a future episode, email me at theangelwithinus@gmail.com. Until next time, keep shining your angel within us light and love on all you meet to continue growing this ripple effect. And God bless.